students. In this video, we will study the following topics: equation of motion for free falls, second topic mass and weight, and third topic gravitational unit of force of the third chapter gravitations, class 9th. Let us start with the first topics: equation of motions for free falls. Equation of motion for uniform oscillated motion is V is equal to U plus 30 and S is equal to UT plus half AT square and V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So these are the three equations of motion of uniform oscillated motion. If a body freely fall and its initial velocity is equal to 0 and it fall from height h, then these equations becomes V is equal to, in place of U it becomes 0 and finally its equation becomes V is equal to GT. Here in place of A we write G, in place of A we write G for free falls. So V is equal to GT, and second equation of motions S is equal to UT plus half AT square becomes H is equal to half GT square, and third equation of motion V square is equal to U square plus 2AS becomes V square is equal to 2GH. So these are the three equations when a body freely falls and when U is equal to 0 and body fall from height h, here A change to plus G, yani where G is acceleration due to gravity, and when the initial velocity of body becomes U, initial velocity U, Ct is equal to U, then these equations becomes V is equal to U plus GT, and second equations S is equal to UT plus half AT square becomes H is equal to UT plus half GT square, and third equation of motions V square is equal to U square plus 2S becomes V square is equal to U square plus 2GH. So these are the two cases when body freely falls, then body falls from base, its initial velocity U becomes 0 and the height from which the body falls is h. Here A becomes plus G, where plus G denotes acceleration due to gravity. Then from this case first equation of motion V is equal to U plus AT becomes V is equal to GT, and second equation of motion S is equal to UT plus half AT square becomes H is equal to half GT square. Here U becomes 0, and third equation of motion V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. When U becomes 0, then V square becomes V square is equal to, in place of A it becomes G and in place of S it becomes H. So the third equation becomes V square is equal to 2GH. And if the initial velocity of body is U and height is h, height from which it falls is h, then the three equation of motion becomes V is equal to U plus GT, H is equal to UT plus half GT square, and V square is equal to U square plus 2GH. Now let us take the second case, when an object is thrown from ground in vertically upward directions with initial velocity U. Then what is the equation of motions? We know that the three equations of motions are V is equal to U plus AT, and second equation of motion is S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and third equation of motion is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. And when an object is thrown from earth with initial velocity ct u in upward directions in h up to h height, then this equation of motions becomes v is equal to, here initial velocity, here initial velocity is u and height is equal to h, and acceleration due to gravity means a is equal to minus g, because the acceleration because the velocity of body continuously decreases. So the first equation of motions v is equal to u plus at becomes v is equal to u minus gt. Here a is equal to, here we put a is equal to minus g, and second equation of motion s is equal to ut plus half at square becomes h is equal to ut minus half gt square, and the third equation of motions v square is equal to u square plus 2as becomes v square is equal to u square minus 2gh. So these are the three equations when a body is through vertically upward directions with initial velocity u and it thrown up to the height h, then the three equation of motions change into v is equal to u minus gt and h is equal to ut minus half gt square and v square is equal to u square minus 2gh. Now let us discuss the second topic, mass and weight. Let us start with mass. What is mass? The quantity of matter contained in body is called mass. It is a scalar quantity and the SI unit of mass is kg. Kilogram kg. In CGS system, unit of mass is gram. G. The symbol of gram is G. Mass is measured by beam balance. Mass is measured by beam balance. Mass of body cannot be zero. Mass of a body can't be zero. Mass of body does not change from place to place. It remains unchanged. So, what is mass? What is mass? The quantity of matter contained in body is called mass. Mass is a scalar quantity, and in CGS system, the unit of mass is gram. In SI system, the unit of mass is kilogram. Mass is measured by beam balance, and the mass of body cannot be zero. It remains unchanged, and the mass of body is constant in all places. Now let us take the next point. Weight. What is weight? The force by which earth attract anybody toward its center. Its center is called weight. It is a vector quantity. And the unit of weight, and the SI unit of weight is Newton symbol N. In CGS system, unit of weight is dyne. Weight is measured by a spring balance. Weight is measured by a spring balance, and the magnitude of weight is not constant. Weight of body may be changed from place to place. It may be 0, Now let us discuss next topic, gravitational unit of force. What is gravitational unit of force? The definition of gravitational unit of force is the force experienced by an object of unit mass due to gravity is called gravitational unit of force. In MKS system, the gravitational unit of force is kilogram force. How can we define the 1 kilogram force? 1 kilogram force is the force due to the gravity on a mass of 1 kg. Means the gravitational force applied on 1 kg of body is called 1 kilogram force. So 1 kilogram force is equal to 1 kg into g. Here g means acceleration due to gravity, 1 kg, and the value of g is 9.8 meter per second square. So it becomes 9.8 kilogram meter per second square, and 1 kilogram meter per second square is equal to 1 Newton. So 1 kilogram force becomes 9.8 Newton. So the gravitational unit of force in MKS system is 1 kilogram force, and the value of 1 kilogram force is 9.8 Newton. In CGS system, the gravitational unit of force is gram force, and 1 gram force is defined as 1 gram force is the force due to gravity on mass of 1 gram. Means the gravitational force applied on 1 gram of force is 1 gram body is called 1 gram force. 1 gram force is equal to 1 gram into acceleration due to gravity is equal to 1 gram into the value of g in CGS system is 980 centimeter per second square. So it becomes 1 gram force is equal to 980 into 1 becomes 980, and gram into centimeter per second square becomes gram centimeter per second square, and 1 gram centimeter per second square is equal to 1 dyne. So 1 gram force becomes 980 dyne. So in CGS system, 1 gram force is equal to 980 dyne. Now we find the relation between kilogram force and gram force. We know that 1 kilogram force is equal to 9.8 Newton. And 1 gram force is equal to 980 dyne. So from this relation, 1 dyne is equal to 1 by 980 gram force. So 1 gram force, 1 kilogram force is equal to 9.8 Newton. 9.8 Newton and 9.8 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. We know that 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. Here we put 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne, so it becomes 9.8 into 10 to the power 5 dyne. And from these relations, we know that 1 dyne is equal to 1 by 980 gram force. So we put this value here. It becomes 9.8 into 10 to the power 5 into 1 by 980 gram force. So it becomes 9.8 into 10 to the power 5 by 980 gram force, and when we divide this here point, it becomes 98 into 100 times, and it becomes 10 to the power 3 gram force. So 1 kilogram force is equal to 10 to the power 3 gram force. These are the relations between kilogram force and gram force. This is the last topic of the gravitations. So this chapter is now complete.